The man standing at my grandfather's grave turned toward me and said, "I'm the grandson he actually loved. You're just the one he was allowed to keep." I stopped in my tracks. "What the hell are you talking about?" He looked about 40, unshaven, dark circles under his eyes like he hadn't slept in days. "My name is Daniel," he said quietly, "and before you tell me to leave, you should know I have more right to be here than you do." "That's ridiculous." He reached inside his jacket and pulled out a small leather journal. The spine was cracked and worn. I recognized it instantly. I had watched my grandfather write in that notebook my entire childhood. "Page 73, Daniel said. "Read it." I didn't want to touch it, but my hands took it anyway. My grandfather's handwriting filled the page, shaky but unmistakable. "Daniel is my first grandson, born in 1983 to my son James, the son I had before I married Martha. I have loved Daniel in secret for 40 years, and I will die with that shame." My throat went dry. "This is fake, I whispered. "Keep reading." I turned the page. "I tried to tell the family 15 years ago. I told Michael. I believed my own son would understand. Michael, my father. Instead, he gave me a choice. Speak Daniel's name again, and I would never see Marcus or the other grandchildren. My son didn't protect the family. He erased part of it, and I was too weak to fight him. I read it again, and again. My father, the man who drove me to Grandpa's house every summer, the man who cried at the funeral, the man who gave a speech about how family is everything, he had known for 15 years. I looked up at Daniel. Maybe there's more to this," I said. "Maybe he had a reason." Daniel let out a bitter laugh. "That's what I told myself my whole life," he said. "Maybe Grandpa was protecting me. Maybe he was scared. Maybe it was complicated." He shook his head. "There's no good reason. There's just your father deciding I wasn't worth the inconvenience." His voice cracked. "Do you know what it's like to get birthday cards with no return address? To have a grandfather who loves you but can't say your name out loud? To know that if you died tomorrow, you wouldn't even be buried here because officially, you don't exist?" I couldn't speak. "I'm not here for money," he said. "I just wanted to meet you." He looked at me carefully. "Cousin I was never allowed to have." Wind moved through the cemetery, cold and sharp. I stared at the headstone. Harold James Mitchell, 1941-2024. My grandfather had carried this secret for 4 decades, but my father had forced him to carry it alone. Daniel took a breath. "The will says whoever shows up gets everything." Then he looked me straight in the eyes. "If you acknowledge me, father's lie falls apart. I'll understand if you walk away," he said. "You have a family, a real one. I'm just the ghost your grandfather couldn't forget." I thought about my dad. Every hug, every speech about loyalty, every moment suddenly felt staged. My father made his choice 15 years ago. I reached out my hand. "I'm making mine now." Daniel stared at it like it might disappear. "Can't give you back your childhood," I said. "I can't fix what was stolen from you. I won't pretend you don't exist." Grab my hand. The grip was strong, desperate, like someone holding on to air after a lifetime of drowning. We stood there together. 2 grandsons, 1 grave. "Planned this," Daniel said softly. "The will, the delay, knew you'd come." Almost smiled. Manipulative old man. Looked down at the headstone one last time. "Father always taught me that family comes first. Just never said which family. Grandfather didn't leave me an inheritance. Left me a decision. I chose the truth."